guys, okay, I found like the best lighting spot and it's inside the fridge. I know that is so funny, but just stop. Look at how good it looks. Like, what? Like, are you kidding me right now? Okay. No, don't worry. I'm not gonna waste all the electricity from the fridge, but I have to do a review on Summer in the City by Aster. The thing is, you guys, I got the special edition at Barnes. I really have to make my reviews like right after I read the book because I'm already forgetting so much of this, and it's so sad. This is a spine. It's a really small book in terms of like page size. It's like 292 pages, but I was really called to, the pages are so cute. I was really called to read this book, and the interior is so cute. Look at you guys. It has that. Look, like screenshot that. Isn't that so adorable? I needed a rom-com after all the stuff I was reading, and this is how the inside looks. So it's very pretty, very high-end publisher. That's how the words look, that's how the chapters look. Each chapter has like a new photo, and then the pages are like the special edition. They're so cute and so pretty. I'm trying to have it focus. You see that? It goes through the whole book, you guys. I love it. So that's what that looks like. This is exactly what I wanted. This is everything that I wanted to read. You guys, I understand there's like a time and place for the main character, the male main character, the MMC, to be like dominant or aggressive or broody or whatever, kind of like an Ian Somerhalder type of character. I don't know if I'm at a phase in my life right now where I don't like that, or if I'm just like, that's really just not for me, but like maybe the idea of it is kind of attractive, but like in reality, like it's not what I want. In reality, I want this. Parker Warren. I called them like a golden guy. I call it a golden guy. People call them like golden retrievers. Kind of like someone that has the best traits, like the best traits in a partner. There's no like bad boy vibes. There's no like aggressiveness or like dominance or things like that. It's fine to have a little bit of dominance, but just too, like, guys take it over the top. It's just like, stop. It's kind of like an excuse for you to be violent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people would understand what I'm saying. Like, a lot of them do that, and that's just not what I'm into at all. Like, I want someone that's like a goody two shoes, someone that is intellectual, and I'm like, this is very, very that. Very sweet and very kind to others. The only time he was aggressive was when he was aggressive to the to Elle's father, but he didn't know that that was her father at the time, but he was still mistreating her. So I really loved the story. I really loved Elle's story. So I just loved this book so much. I was so surprised at how much I loved it, you guys. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but something was drawing me to it. Like every time I would go to the grocery store or like to like Target or anywhere, it would just catch my eye, and I'm like, I really want to read that. I don't know why, like I'm being compelled to read it. And so I'm glad I read it, because my future self was communicating with my past self. But so this is Elle and this is Parker Warren. So technically they're both rich, but she's only rich because her dad had a lot of money. And so actually, no. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say it like that. She's rich first because her dad had a lot of money, but then he ended up leaving the mom and Elle. And so they kind of like drifted apart, and Elle is a screenwriter and she had to go to New York City, which she hates. And you can read the book to find out why. I'm not going to spoil it all, but spoilers ahead, you guys, like duh. she hates New York City, and then he ends up being, Parker Warren ends up being there too for work. And he kind of has like this deal going through with this, with his job, and at the end it like falls through, which was kind of for the better so that he can actually have more time with her. But they actually first like kind of hook up and make out at a club, and then it's like 2 years later, they like run into each other again, and it's just so cute. And then her history is like, she wants to remain anonymous as a screenwriter because she knows for a fact that the second people realize who her father is, he's like the CEO of like a huge company, she knows that once the public figures out who her father is, that she is going to get bombarded by it, and people are going to be like, oh, like daddy's money, oh, she's rich because she had daddy's help, blah, blah, blah. And I can totally understand like why she would do that, because literally the second that the dad figures out where she is, he gets a hold of the media and tells the media that like what I just said, that like he helped her become a screenwriter, get her to where she's at in the industry, which is completely untrue. She got there by her own, no one's help. And I really love how she became a professional screenwriter. Her mom would, okay, so she wouldn't be happy, Elle's character would not be happy with how a lot of movies would end, and so she would write better endings for them, and then she would rewrite the ending and then rewrite it, and then like just like editing and editing and editing to make the ending perfect for the movie or whatever it was that she was watching. And then she would show it to her mom, and her mom would be like, okay, now make that one better, now make that one better. So she would keep doing edit after edit after edit after edit to make the movie ending the best that it could possibly be. And that's really subjective. I mean, like, everyone wants a different type of ending, you know, like it's different. Like, do we want closure, like depending on what the ending is? Do we want a cliffhanger? Do we want there to be like an epilogue? Do we want there to be like time passing by, like 2 years later or whatever? You know, everyone's version of what they want in an ending is different. So that's that. So that's how she became an expert screenwriter. And then the spice level in this is probably like, I don't want to rate it stars, but I'll say this. There's like 2, maybe 3 chapters where they're like fully getting it on, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is just like very cute, very like PG, romantic, even though sometimes she does mention certain words and like certain sexual things, but this is definitely like 18 and up, just because of the fact that there's a lot of that in there. So I wouldn't recommend it to anyone younger. Even though I was reading stuff like this younger than that, I would not recommend anyone to read that that's younger than 18. So yeah, this is like an 18 and over book, to be honest. They have like a really cute pizza date. They go to, so she's busy writing like a screenplay, and she has to kind of create like a whole movie, and basically the whole movie is kind of her life. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it. If you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. What she's creating with this guy, the relationships she's creating with this guy, is kind of what she's putting in the movie, kind of. But they go see all these pizza places in New York, and it's just like so cute. I don't know why, it's just like so cute. They go to like every single one, or as many as they can, and they're like eating pizza all day, like obviously like just a bite or like a slice. And it's just like the like little things, like them looking at each other when they're both taking the bite of the pizza, and they're nodding in agreement that it tastes delicious to the both of them. Little things like that is just like so cute. I don't know why, it's just like, I love it. So I love that. And what else did I love? I love the map that's in the book, and then just the way that Parker is. He's so sweet, and he proposes to her, I know, super fast, right? He proposes to her at a jewelry store, and he has like 79 rings, like all on display for her, and she gets to choose which one she wants, but in reality she can have all of them. He told her that she can have all of them. And to her, no, the lights turned off. And to her, it was just too much. The issue with her being with rich men is that she knows it's going to diminish her value. This is how she feels. I know it's not always the reality, but this is how she feels, especially with her father and what he did. This is way after the fact. So she doesn't want people to take credit for the things that she does. Do you see what I mean? She doesn't want people to, sorry, X that out. She doesn't want, that's not what I meant to say. She doesn't want people to purchase things for her because it diminishes its value if she doesn't work hard herself to earn said thing that she wants to buy. So this goes for like an apartment, a property, whatever, all of that stuff. She doesn't want things to be purchased for her. She can afford it, but she just wants to do the work herself so that she can feel like she deserves to have the thing. Do you get it? Okay. So that's why, like, with him proposing with like all those rings, it was just like too much for her. And then not even that, but there was just like other things before that too, and even after, where she was like, no, like this is exactly why I can't be with a wealthy man, because you guys always be doing this. Here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. And then what, like, I want to be able to buy things with my money. I know a lot of you will be like, what? Like, let him, like, you can save your money for other things, you know, like that's almost even better in a sense, because it's like now you can use that money towards so many other things that you would still want to do. But I think it's just like the thought itself. Like one of them was like an apartment at Gramercy Park or something like that, and he like purchased it for her or something like that, and she was so pissed about it because she's been wanting to live there like her whole life. And so something like that, it's different, I guess, to her. She's just put it on a pedestal, I guess you can say, right? She's put it on a pedestal that she's been wanting this forever. So it's like, it's mine, but it's mine only when I pay for it myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like that. I'd be like, sure, please pay for it, and then I can use now my money for more books or like, you know, other things. But for her, that wasn't the point. For her, it was the fact that she needs the pride and the glory of the fact that she was able to do this herself, because she, you know, became successful from like 3 movies or something. But anyways, it ends up working out really well. We do have like a fast forward to like 2 years later, and they rekindle, and because she left him at the proposal, which was very sad. And I'm like, girl, I can just picture this as a movie, but I'm like, girl, what are you doing? There's like 79 rings. Who knows how much they're worth each? And like, you left him? Like, what? Oh my god. But anyways, I really recommend it. I really loved it. I can't wait for it to be a movie. I don't know if it's going to be a movie or not, but I really loved it, and I recommend everyone to read it. I know it's May, but everyone should read this. I'm also going to read Beach Read by Emily Henry, probably this month or next month, but summertime for sure. So I really do recommend that you read this one, Summer in the City by Aster.